Hey everyone, welcome back to PEX News. We'd really appreciate your support. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. It truly means a lot to us. Okay, so we need to talk about this Trump-Canada situation because it just got weird. It's one of those moments where you're watching the news and thinking, wait, are we really doing this? So here's the deal. Earlier today, King Charles, the King of England and technically still King of Canada, made a pretty rare and historic move. For the first time in over 50 years, a monarch opened the Canadian Parliament. And sure, on paper that sounds like pure ceremonial fluff. But this was calculated, symbolic, and let's be honest, political, whether they want to admit it or not, because this was all happening right after Donald Trump, our former president and possibly our future one, decided to stir things up again. He came out and said the US is offering Canada a spot in our Golden Dome missile defense system. The price tag, $61 billion. Unless Canada agrees to become the 51st state, then it's free, $0. Yeah, that actually happened. So here we are, our former president dangling security access in front of our closest ally, basically saying, join us or pay up. And let's be honest, a lot of Americans are thinking, wait, Canada, really? Aren't they like our friend? Meanwhile, back in Ottawa, King Charles is standing at the podium talking about Canada's sovereignty, democracy, and independence. He didn't say Trump's name, didn't have to. The whole thing was clearly a message, a calm, dignified, velvet glove message that basically said, we're not for sale. And you know what? Whether you love or hate the monarchy, you've got to admit, that's a pretty savvy move. Because Trump loves gold and grandeur, he respects spectacle. And who better to deliver a not-so-subtle slap than an actual king? Let's not forget, Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney invited Charles to give that speech. It wasn't random, and it wasn't just about pomp, it was about planting a flag, literally and figuratively. Reminding everyone that Canada is a sovereign nation, not America's northern accessory, but of course Trump fired back fast. Claimed Canada wants into the Golden Dome and called them a separate but unequal nation. That's right. Those were his words. It's not just insulting, and it's dangerous. Because while France or the UK might brush that off, Canada's right next door. They rely on us for defense, for trade, for a ton of stuff. So this kind of rhetoric, it's not a joke to them. And honestly, it shouldn't be a joke to us either. Listen, I get it. Trump's always been a deal maker. That's his brand. But offering a national security arrangement like it's some kind of timeshare pitch, that's not how this is supposed to work. The whole thing feels like a test of our relationships, our diplomacy, and honestly, of our credibility on the world stage. Because when we start treating our allies like they're auditioning for a spot in the Union, that sends a message. You're either with us on our terms or you're on your own. And let me say this as an American who loves this country. We need strong allies, especially ones like Canada, stable, democratic, and right across the border. That partnership matters. It's built on more than just money and missiles. So yeah, today might have looked like royal pageantry on the surface. But underneath it, that was a quiet line being drawn. One that said, respect us, or we'll stand alone if we have to. And maybe that's something we need to hear too. All right, that's it for now. Stay curious, stay grounded, and we'll catch you next time.